Curtis, what's good, man? You and your feelings about Daphne? Is she with gang them? Or is it that you sucking little Rod dick? However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis? Curtis!
Let me drop the beans if you haven't heard the most recent one. Out here, 50 Cent is making fun of SteveJ for being Diddy's plaything. You won't want to miss the celebrity rumors that are circulating across the community. The rapper 50 Cent, who is well known for his feuds with almost everyone, has his sights set on reality TV personality SteveJ, and why is it the case? 50 seems to believe that Steve is becoming a little too close to hip-hop tycoon Diddy. According to rumors circulating on the streets, 50 Cent is not holding back while criticizing SteveJ for being Diddy's friend. We're here to provide you with all the juicy details of this drama, which is hotter than a Miami summer day.
Do you think Diddy can come back from this? Because a lot of people saying it's over for him.
Oh, it is over for him. Come back to where? To be in the entertainer business? Listen to me, man. And I don't want to bring this guy's story up because it's old. And I know he's trying to live past it, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Ray Rice, his wife, spit in his face. And he did what he did on that elevator. He ain't played one football game after that. Nowhere that I know of. He may have went overseas and played or something like that. I don't know that to be true. But he didn't play in the NFL, a hell of a running back. He ain't played not one down in the NFL after that. No endorsements. Nobody's going to have anything to do with old boy. And when they come out with this other stuff, he going to come back to work. I wouldn't be surprised if he do the ultimate sin, is suicide. Because bruh, he's such a narcissistic that he couldn't stand not being somewhere and not being seen. His whole life, his whole career was about him being seen in the public. It was about him, taking everybody else's dreams and making them his. And now, him nor his kids would profit from anything from Bad Boy or Sean Puffy Combs again. His kids is going to suffer behind this.
Wow, man, that's crazy to hear, man. And you knowing Diddy, you think it's a good chance he might take his life?
He was talking about taking his life at the City College thing. Yo, D. Ferg, ASAP Ferg's father, say, yo, man, we got to watch him, man. This nigga talking about killing himself. I say, so let him. If you're that weak, I said, let him. And he said, Eugene, why you say that? I said, man, listen to me, man. He ain't no good to nobody if he talking about hurting himself. His life don't belong to him. His life belong to God. What he should be trying to do right now is work his way towards God now, for real, and not that devil he been worshiping. That those people got him believing, you understand, that's the true God. Because everything from what I know, since I've been around him, everything that's going forward has been that of the devil. The drugs, the alcohol, the partying, everything has been of the devil.
Prior to delving into the specifics of this juicy drama, let's pause to consider how we got here in the first place. Let's face it, 50 Cent isn't exactly renowned for being a wallflower. This man is known for voicing his opinions and causing trouble wherever he goes. He's had more altercations than a meat market, and he's not averse to confronting those who mistreat him. However, what about SteveJ? Oh, he and Diddy are old friends. They have been close for many years, collaborating on several projects. Some people even go so far as to say they're not simply buddies, if you get what I mean. Well, that's simply how the streets are. It's not like 50 Cent and SteveJ have a long history of being great friends. For a moment now, there has been some tension between them. Perhaps it is because they are in the same social circles, or perhaps it is just that they are both quite charismatic. Who knows? However, we are aware that 50 Cent has been criticizing SteveJ for some time. He has occasionally made slight remarks, nothing too serious. That is, until now. 50 Cent didn't hold back when he chose to criticize SteveJ for being Diddy's boy toy. He didn't hold back when he spoke his mind. Because of all the tea he spilled, the streets are bustling and people are chatting about what?
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what they got. But speaking of the raid, right? Did you see that viral video of Diddy? He was seen in Miami with Stevie J after the raid. You seen that video?
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
What you think about that?
Well, I go way back when Stevie J first came to Bad Boy after they left Uptown Records and everything like that. And Stevie J and Puff fell out real bad over, you know, it could have been producer credits and the whole 9 yards. But Stevie J didn't F with him until Love and Hip Hop. When Stevie J went to Love and Hip Hop and he became famous from that, Puff called him over there and they had a meeting. And I guess they rekindled their friendship. Because I used to bodyguard Stevie J. And, go to different clubs. So, I got pictures and everything. Stevie J didn't mess with Puff, until after that Love and Hip Hop thing went down, So now they back cool. What got me about the stuff like that them being back cool, that Stevie J went on TMZ and was speaking up on behalf of Diddy. Now, if anybody I want speaking up behalf of me, or I had anybody speaking up on my behalf, it wouldn't be Stevie J. You understand? I don't think that an individual of his caliber is capable or can be trusted in the way that I would like for him based on his actions on television and who he is as a person, what he has been shown as an individual is a type of individual that I would have speaking on my behalf. Come on, we know he's a drug abuser. We know that he's been seen putting his hands on women in the wrong way. And I don't know, that shit is crumbling, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can always say this, man. And the infamous words of one of the world's greatest comedians, Richard Pryor, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Why you say that? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Because LaRob said that they be doing the liquid cocaine in the bottles, in the Ciroc bottles. We know Stevie J been in countless rehabs back and forth. We know we've heard of Puff being in rehabs.
But precisely what was said by 50 Cent. And how did Diddy and SteveJ respond? This drama is about to get even more juicy, so grab your popcorn and get ready because, girl, you know I got the inside scoop and I'm about to dish it all. Not only did 50 Cent make light of SteveJ, but he outright attacked him. Let me tell you, 50 didn't hold back at all when he shared his opinions on SteveJ and Diddy's relationship on Instagram.
Rehabs too. So, my man, when you get on those type of psychotropical, I think it's psychotropical drugs, man, and you start believing your own bullshit, and them two individuals together, man, you know they got to be crazy. Some got to be wrong with when he sit up there and he said that he want to challenge 50. And I don't know much about that clout shit. Him challenging 50 to a fight, and we seen how 50 Cent, we seen how Stevie J fight on Love and Hip Hop and all that other bullshit. Him, Scrappy, him, this other cat. My man, there's no way. There's no way. He don't want it with 50, bro. That's if that ain't cocaine, the Pope ain't Catholic.
So you feel like 50 Cent would give Stevie J that work?
It wouldn't even be a job. 50 Cent will whoop. 50 Cent will whoop niggas like Stevie J on the way to a real fight.
You seen 50 fight before?
I ain't never seen 50 fight. I seen some tapes of him get down on that end, but I never seen him fight in person. But I know the demeanor of a man. I was with 50 Cent on a couple of occasions, and one occasion, it was just me and 50 and about probably 6 other dudes that didn't want to get out the car because he was ready to get down. And you could see it in him. You could see he got it in him like that. I'm looking at him. I wrote this shit about this shit in my book. 50 ain't back. He don't back down, bro. And you could see when you know a dude is about it, and got it in him, you could see it in his eyes. You could see it in the way he carry himself. You see how he threw his own man in the bushes, Tony Yayo. They got tapes on 50 getting down boxing. I've seen tapes on him. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him in person, as far as fighting. I've been with him in person, but he got it in him, bro.
But yeah, that caught me by surprise because I always knew that Stevie J, he did production for Bad Boy, but I never knew him and Diddy was that close until, as of late, since the raid. So
Yo, they was close. Bro, Stevie J and Puff was like pots and pans back in the day. I don't know what happened between them, but something happened on the producing credit side that Stevie J stopped effing with him. And, Stevie wasn't dealing with him at all. He was just doing more stuff for Jodeci than he was Bad Boy.
In his post, 50 Cent called SteveJ out for being Diddy's boy toy, and even went as far as to say that he was getting played by the hip-hop muggle. He didn't stop there, though. 50 also took shots at SteveJ's fashion sense, saying that he was dressing like a clown and that he needed to get his own style. The language 50 Cent used was harsh, to say the least. He didn't mince words, and his tone was dripping with sarcasm and mockery. It was clear that he had no respect for SteveJ and wasn't afraid to let the whole world know it.
Well, it came out, because Cassie sued him. He settled 24 hours.
whoa.
But now I heard she's cooperating with the feds.
She's a civilian. What do you expect?
Right. Well, what's interesting, I actually looked this up, because I'm sure when they settled the lawsuit, she signed an NDA, saying she's not going to write a book, she's not going to do a documentary, whatever
When
else,
the feds
right?
come, that's probably all out the window.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. An NDA is a private agreement.
Yeah,
a
but the
criminal
feds-
case supersedes that.
Yeah.
So she could be compelled to take the stand, and she could basically throw that NDA out the window on the stand.
Of course, and she's a civilian, and it is what it is. And yo, let me tell you something. God got his ways of humbling people.
Yeah.
You could be right here, and the next day they all laughing at you. We're public property. That's what I learned. When I seen Fitz down there, we public property. You can say whatever you want to say. So it's public property. You walking on eggshells, my nigga. Whoever you are. And if you a black billionaire, come on.
It's over. It's over. It's looking bad out here for
As for
Diddy. It's
niggas,
looking bad.
as for niggas taking up for 50, 50 been not fucking with Diddy for his reasons. Like niggas be saying little funny shit behind the scenes, and G-Unit spies is everywhere.
What
G-Unit spy, that's what G-Unit spies is everywhere, bro.
Okay, because I remember
Huh?
one of the funniest Drink Champs ever was when 50 was on there, and he said that he met up with Diddy, and Diddy offered to take him shopping. He
Yeah, you
was
can't.
like, what the hell?
You can't tell a nigga from New
That's
York.
crazy.
No, you can't tell
That's
a
crazy.
nigga from New York no shit like that.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
He's like, what? He's like, I'm a bad
Yeah.
bitch or something? I gonna let me take me shopping?
You gotta understand, Fifth been like that since the beginning of time. When he used to come to the block, he was the nigga like, oh shit, boo boo coming.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this nigga, some shit is about to start. That's who he is. And as for niggas saying they want fades and all that, like, I don't know what niggas think. We've been
You talking about Stevie J.
No,
Stevie J
but like
wants to
Stevie
fight
J,
50.
I don't like to talk about these dudes, cause like Benzino and them, I don't look at it as real street shit.
Yeah.
Like when you beef, like I said, with
Entertainment,
with
man.
like
It's all entertainment, man.
with like a henchman or a fucking a World or any of these type
Fat
of
Joe.
niggas. Yeah, or Fat Joe, you know, he's street.
Yeah.
But like a Benzino, like years ago, we ran down on Benzino in Miami. We ran down on him like, yo, don't put us in the Source magazine. Because he was so obsessed with Eminem's success, and G-Unit was the shit at the time, and niggas was just, it always been a hate thing because we signed with Eminem. Why? It's the nigga that put me on. I don't give a fuck what color he is. That's just me. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, nobody owed me nothing. I'm just the type of nigga that just be like, yo, you know what? I appreciate what niggas did. Niggas got me out the hood. Niggas got houses. We went to 103 places. We went on tour for 103 dates. The third, 50 has the
6
third,
months, nigga.
third biggest grossing tour in the world. Hip hop.
The internet went crazy as soon as 50 Cent posted. His audacious remarks stunned fans, and the media couldn't get enough of the controversy. Reactions were flying throughout Twitter, with some people supporting SteveJ and others siding with 50. What everyone really wanted to know, though, was how Diddy and SteveJ would react to this public shaming. Would they give 50 Cent a backhand, or would they choose to ignore the issue completely and adopt a dignified stance?
Ever.
I actually looked this up. I have this in my notes.
It's about to be the second. All the numbers ain't even in yet. I think it's the second most gross.
No, right. I
should
actually
be
looked
the
at the
second.
numbers. You guys made $123 million on that tour. Number 2 was Drake. It was all Blur tour, $189 million. And number 1 was Jay-Z and Beyonce on the run, $253 million.
Okay.
A lot of money, though.
Yeah, 50 is
A lot of money.
50 is
Crazy.
a marketing genius, and we had fun on that road. We went to all kinds of places. We went to Paris. We went to Dubai. We went to shout to Abu Dhabi. Shout to Bahrain, Thailand.
All over,
Yo, and
man.
those experiences.
Mumbai, India.
And look, you got to understand, me and 50 was always Murder fans. You know what I'm saying? So Murder is like, when we on the road, it be me, Murder, and our man Light. Shout out to Light.
Like,
They call us the Three Amigos. So like, a lot of shit happens on tour. Like, as for production, you know, they gotta wake up 5 in the morning, build a stage. Like, people be, it's long doing these tours, and you ain't seen your kid, you ain't seen your wife. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit happens on tour behind the scenes, and it's understanding, because while we're laying in our Armani hotel beds, somebody's building the stage. So we the type that when we around, it's the Three Amigos. We go, we find our bud in whatever country we at, London, Paris, you know, wherever we at, except for like
So our
Abu
life is
Dhabi and all that.
crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We go wherever we at, we find our bud. We got our dressing room. We chill in the cut. Look, because 50 tells us, yo, I only need you. Look, we could be back in the hood, or we could be having jobs. All I need is 2 hours of your time, and we make 6 figures.
That's a fact.
2 hours of your time.
Some speculated that this may be the last straw in SteveJ and Diddy's friendship, while others believed it was merely a short-term rough patch. However, one thing was certain: this celebrity rivalry was far from ended. The tea was hot and the streets were abuzz, but the true consequences of 50 Cent's biting comments were still to come. Would Diddy and SteveJ choose to speak with authority, or allow their deeds speak louder than words in this situation? One thing was certain: this drama was about to get even more interesting. Only time would tell.
And he's been leading not only himself, our people, into some kind of damnation through his actions.
Yeah, I'm just in disbelief, man. I mean, to see his downfall. I mean, he been on a long run, man. So, you know, to see this is crazy, man. I mean, how long has he been famous?
Nah, so you got to realize he didn't get his fame until after he made that, you know, remember, you got to remember this, Mighty. I said he made the atmosphere for Pac to die. He made the atmosphere for Big to die. He created the atmosphere, you understand, for Suge Knight to go to jail, because that's what came out of his mouth. So that didn't happen. His fame he didn't really come famous until after the death of Tupac and the Notorious Big, brother. So that's like 97. He went on that whole Bad Boy tour with the #1 song in the world, Missing You, where he stole the theme from Sting and the music from Source Money. the lyrics from Source Money. Didn't even want to pay that man his money. Waited all those years to pay that man his money. He was stealing people's dreams, man. He's the cause of a lot of people's death, and people ain't gonna see it the way I see it. But when you steal somebody's dreams, Black Rob probably could have changed his life. Probably could have changed the way he thought. Probably could have changed the way he was doing business if he wouldn't have stole G Dep from him. If he would have treated Craig Mack in the correct way and not try to steal his music, use him in the way that he used Craig Mack to catapult the Notorious Big, Craig Mack's life could have been changed. If he would have never set up the atmosphere and had Big out there in California and bringing Big to that party, the Notorious Big life may still be here. If he wasn't trying to put the Bloods against the Crips, well, they was already against each other anyway, but use the Crips, maybe Tupac would have never had that altercation. But if ands, and buts were candies and nuts, like I always say, Christmas would be every day. And I understand that. But he set up the atmosphere for a lot of people. Wolf set up the atmosphere between him and BMF. Come on, man. They say one day you got to pay the piper. That's why he getting that smoke.
Sauce Money, you brought his name up. He had an issue with Diddy?
You know, when 50 Cent attacked SteveJ in such a way, the streets were humming. Everyone is interested in learning the outcome of this drama and how it will affect SteveJ and Diddy's friendship.
Everybody knew that Puff took Tupac blueprint and changed Biggs and Bad Boy in image. I Get Around talked about how fly you was, how many girls you mess with, how many cars you drive, how much money you got, what you willing to do. He took his image. Pac was the first one on the scene wearing Versace shirts. He went and got the same Versace shirts Pac had. Which, all right, some dudes would do that. You would never catch me wearing something else, something that somebody else got. He was knocking down all the women that he thought Pac was knocking down. And what I mean is having sex with them. Why would you want to have sex with women you know for sure a dude that was once cool with you was dealing with? That's that image. Because you got to realize, bruh, Puff and Pac was cool at one time. We know this. Mopreme said that they was going to sign the Bad Boy. So if he's going to sign to Bad Boy, it was because of Corey and them. I put that picture on the internet. I put the picture on my channel of Corey Jones. Is Corey Jones, Corey Jacobs? I think Corey Jacobs and Pac right next to each other. Those was the real bad boys of Bad Boy. You understand? Those are the ones who got the 16 to life sentencing. That Pac was going to go and be with them first. But then Mopreme said when it became just Big and Puff, because Corey knew went to jail, he changed his direction. But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody know why. But Puff had an obsession with him for whatever reason it was, because he started wanting to act. He started wanting to rap. He had an obsession so bad.
SteveJ and Diddy have remained completely silent since 50 Cent's scathing remarks went viral. Their silence has fueled speculation, with some believing they're lying low to let the controversy pass, while others suspect there's behind-the-scenes tension. But this isn't just about their personal lives. This drama could have serious repercussions for their careers. Both SteveJ and Diddy are major figures in the music industry with significant influence. If this feud escalates and begins to impact their business dealings, things could get messy fast. Plus, their loyal fan bases are closely watching. If this situation starts to tarnish their public image or hinder their industry moves, it could be a significant blow to their brands.
That at his Grammy Award winning speech, he used the same speech that Pac used. That shit is crazy. So when motherfuckers say I'm obsessed with talking about Puff and telling y'all the truth, who's obsessed with who? Pac had Sarah before Puff. Allegedly, he had Sally before Puff. And Kim had an obsession or liked Pac so much, she on the red carpet with Tupac's shirt on. Who's obsessed with who?
So you believe Diddy, he only got with Sarah Chapman because Pac, he had her at one point.
And it was a bet in the office. Sarah was messing with an NBA basketball player. Puff bet all the niggas didn't believe that he could get it within 2 weeks. $100. So she actually was a $100 bet that he got.
And who was the NBA player?
I think it was Gary Payton, allegedly. That's what he said. Somebody said, she messed with Gary Payton? I bet you I get it. I bet you I have it within 2 weeks. Me and him and Sarah went to this party in Chicago that he was hosting with the Streets Entertainment. And we went to this store called Cranberry and it's one of those stores like you get fragrance and you get candles, colognes and stuff like that. It's called Cranberry and something. And from that point on, yeah. But you gotta realize, Misa and Kim was friends. Misa and Kim was friends. He started dealing with Kim over Misa. Kim and Sarah was friends. I mean, hand to hand, pots and pans. They was close. They all used to, Sarah, Kim, and this other girl, I think she was from Atlanta. What's her name? It missed me right now. But they all used to hang together. So then he went from Kim to Sarah. He liked to do the friend thing. Looked like that.
You know how these celebrity feuds end, girl. They could be at one another's necks 1 minute and then be buddy-buddy once more. It's difficult to predict how this one will turn out, but one thing is certain. From now on, the streets will be closely observing every move SteveJ and Diddy make.
Diddy, his baby mom, Lisa Hilton, she came out with a statement saying that she seen the video, and when she seen the video, it brought back her own trauma, and she knows how Cassie feels.
Wow. That was big, that was big in so many ways, man. I was catching flack, talking about, I never heard of that before. I never heard that Puff ever put his hands on Misa. You just making shit up. If you saw it, you know why you ain't do nothing about it. I didn't see it. And I always say, Mighty, when I heard something, somebody, and these are the people who were saying it. I always say that. I don't try to claim everything. If I see it, I'm going to tell you I saw it, if I want it to be known. But I said I heard he beat her so bad, she had to. Misa was a little thing then too, man. I mean, like, Misa was a little thing, beautiful little woman, but Misa was like, because I used to when I left Bad Boy, check this out, and people don't know this. When I left when I stopped working for Puff, I started working for Misa. Misa called me up, yo, Gene, I'm scared. I'm afraid. I be wanting to go to parties. I be out. And I know Puff or nobody gonna do anything if I got you with me. I used to bodyguard Misa. She didn't go out all the time. She was trying to get her business up. But when she wanted to go to places and be out and be seen, I was with her. You understand? Misa is like, she may be Asian descent, but she like one of those strict, like those down south mothers. She did not play. I don't know how Justin got to do some of the things that he's doing now, probably because he went to live with his daddy, but his mama didn't play that. I used to bodyguard her. And that's because she was afraid to be out. Because she didn't want, if she was out with somebody or she was out doing her thing, she didn't want him to say or do anything to her or nobody else. It was for other people too. You understand? So this only proves that the information that I heard somebody and they told me that Puff beat him because of the Eric Sermon. He thought she was dating Eric Sermon, or Eric Sermon had dropped him off. He was in a white Mercedes Benz. He had dropped her off. He got mad and started beating on her. When he caught up with her. This only proves that one thing happened and some other things probably happened. Because she said that it only brings back her own trauma, bruh. People don't understand, man, when things like that happen to you, man, and you see it happen to other people, what's that, PDST or PSDT or something like that? That shit is a MS.
Will they try to resolve the issue amicably and put an end to the conflict, or will they allow their deeds speak louder than words and carry on as if nothing had happened? It will take time to find out, but you can be sure that the tea will be served hot in either case. Not to be overlooked in all of this is 50 Cent's involvement. That man has a history of making fun of other celebs and knows how to create controversy like it's his own. Who knows what else he could say or do to continue this feud? All I know is that everyone is chatting about some hot celebrity rumors. The reactions to 50 Cent's statements are just getting started, and the streets are prepared for whatever tea gets spilled next. So stay tuned, because this drama is far from over.
Hey, it was so crazy, man. The way they explained it, that, he beat that woman till she was crawling up under a car, man. No matter how small she was crawling up under the car, man. You got to be real scared, man. That's crazy. I know it ain't funny, but it's crazy. He was beating her till she ran up under the car, man.
Wow, man. So it got that bad, man?
The way they was explaining to me, man. And I'm like, yo, the first thing I want to know, then what did somebody do? People was grabbing him, but he wouldn't stop. And if you know Puff wasn't no dude that he was no weak guy, nothing like that. You understand? I seen Puff slam to many of guys. I used to laugh. Guys used to come up there and they try to grab him or whatever like that. Puff used to wrestle and play football. So I seen him grab some street dudes that thought they was like that, and he put them on their back quick. No Diddy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And when you was doing security for her, was he controlling? Like, was he worried about where she was going and keeping tabs on her?
He couldn't control her. He I had left Bad Boy. That would be the last thing that Puff would try to do is come and confront me or confront Misa when she with me. You understand? And plus, he wasn't doing right by his own child at that time. He wasn't doing right by Justin with Misa at that time. So my whole thing about it, he wasn't going to do that. Not at all. That would be the last thing he would have did. We don't play those games. If I'm protecting Misa, Misa is protected. From babies, from baby daddies, from ex-boyfriends, from whoever. My job is to get her back in her car safe and make sure she get on that highway and get home. And that's what I did. So he wasn't going to do that. Not at all.
All right, everyone, let's conclude this and discuss the wider picture. Celebrity feuds, such as the one between Diddy, SteveJ, and 50 Cent, are guaranteed to spark conversation. Why? Because the drama, the mess, and the tea spilling everywhere are things we just can't get enough of. The problem is that these rivalries may have detrimental long-term effects. They have the power to salvage relationships, launch careers, and even change how the public views the celebrities involved. And the stakes are much higher in this instance since big names like 50 Cent and Diddy are involved.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. That's crazy, man. But why haven't any of Diddy friends spoke up for him?
My man, listen here. All those ones who made it to the Diddy party, to the after party, and to the hotel lobby, they not gonna ruin their brand. They not gonna say nothing. Man, I was watching the other day. Listen to me. They did that. They on Channel 2 News here in New York. Gail King and Nate and that other guy, they were talking about. They showed the him beating Cassie, and they showed him the apology and the whole 9 yards. All they said is that we have commentary about that, but we got to go to a commercial. They never came back and said nothing about it. I was like, yo, damn. He still got power like that? Somebody still like him like that? Because you know he was running with Oprah and them. He was running with that whole crew. Weinstein, Oprah, Epstein. He was running with that whole crew. They want to know how we're going to do it, how the public is going to take him. Is the public going to let him back in? And the public is not. The public is already canceling him. I don't believe the industry has canceled him yet. All those people who went to those Diddy parties, not one of them had came out and denounced what he has done. I haven't heard one of them. I have not heard one person denounce, well, man, let God handle it. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here with that. If that was your daughter, would you let God handle it? All those people, they ain't denounced him. They ain't definitely, they can't come forward and say, yo, I support him. Because it would mess up their brand. It would mess up their brand. Jay-Z. We the only one could call each other Sean. Jay is the only one could call me Sean. I'm the only one could call him Sean. Get the hell out of here. If that ain't no fun boy stuff. But you ain't had not one person, brother, not one person sit there, denounce what he did, or come forward and say, I support him.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Nobody haven't came out to support him, man. Not one person outside of Stevie J.
Stevie don't count, bro.
Therefore, even if we may like watching the drama play out, it's crucial to keep in mind that actual people's lives are at stake. Who knows how this feud may affect Diddy and SteveJ's business relationship or standing? All publicity, however, is good publicity, as they say. Therefore, this conflict will undoubtedly keep these celebrities in the forefront and offer us enough to talk about, even if it gets ugly before it gets better. Speaking of talking, you all know we have to go back to the footage that 50 Cent shared of Diddy and his purported relationship with those well-known artists. You should watch it right away if you haven't already in order to obtain the full scoop on this messy situation.